One of the most annoying yet inevitable things about running or attending meetings is missing what someone has said. Naturally, you will lose focus. At other times, the line may break, you get distracted, something happens around you, or it just wasn't said clearly enough. This can all place you in a lot of bother. You can oversee action items, miss your important deadlines, or worse still, you can appear to be not attentive and that you don't listen. But it is just one of those things that happens. Or is it? What if I told you that I have found a way to ensure that you can quickly get back up to speed? In this video, I am going to be showing you exactly how I have been able to quickly identify those things that I previously would have missed. All through a particular feature of a tool that is helping me in a number of different ways. After a call has concluded, I can instantly revisit the conversation or specific parts and quickly understand what I initially missed and act upon it there and then. As such, I am now able to follow up with stakeholders to ensure we all remain on the same page. And people are really appreciating this. So, I would now like to show you exactly how you can do this too. But before I do, I want to mention that if you do want to try this for yourself, there will be a link in the description below that will enable you to sign up for a free account and you can start leveraging all the functionality on offer in just a few minutes. So I've just opened up the platform that I have been referring to thus far in this video. So the tool is called Fathom.Video and it's free for pretty much most people and most of you watching. It's only when you get into the advanced enterprise features that you start needing to pay for some of the functionality. So as you can see here, I've loaded up my account. Bear in mind, this is a free dummy and demo account for me to illustrate exactly this functionality that I've been leveraging. I do use this tool in my day-to-day role as a project manager, but for data privacy reasons, I can't share those call recordings with you. Nevertheless, what I'm about to share with you is exactly what I'm doing day in, day out. So as you can see here, I'm in my account. One other quick thing, if you do decide to try Fathom.Video, you go through a complete onboarding process. It takes about 5 minutes. And by the end of that onboarding process, you will know exactly how to use this platform and all of the functionality. It's very easy to get set up and started. So as you can see, these are all of the test calls that we have in my account at the moment. So I'm just going to be opening up this Fathom demo to illustrate the functionality which I have been referring to. So as you can see, we've got a summary which gives us a high-level overview. So this is AI generated and it breaks down the conversation into various different elements. For instance, key takeaways, topics, next steps, all really, really crucial. Now, the beauty of this tool is that you can regenerate it into various different styles. So as an example, if this was, a project update call, if I selected this, then basically the transcript will be reformatted in a project update format, which can be really, really useful. But here is the functionality that I've been leveraging, and it is the transcript itself. So every single call that you record, and you do get an option, so you can set in your account whether you want all calls to be recorded by default, or you can kind of toggle them on or off just before the meeting. So you have full flexibility there. But all calls that are recorded will be automatically transcribed. So everything that is said is broken down into this transcript. And the beauty is, and this is really such an empowering feature, is that you can scroll down to different parts of the call really, really quickly. And better still, every single one of these separate elements of the conversation is a clickable element. So you can literally click straight into that part of the conversation. So as an example, if I click here.
So the workflow for Fathom typically is, I push buttons while on the call pause over I come in here.
So I'm going to pause it for now. But this is where I am able to capture if I have potentially missed something. What I am doing is I am taking a note. So perhaps someone says something that I miss, and I know that that's around 35 minutes into the meeting. Well, I'm writing a note on my notepad or maybe on my computer, just saying, capture what they said at 35 minutes. Then I'm heading back into this meeting, as an example. So the minute the meeting concludes, I can access this call recording, and I'm going in to say the 35th minute. I'm looking here and I'm clicking to that part of the video, and then I'm going into the transcript and seeing what was said. Now, the other thing that you can do, so that's how I've been using it, but the other thing that you can do is you can basically use a tool called Highlight. So what that enables you to do essentially is, you'll see this in the blue. That's essentially where you have gone in at a particular moment of the call and you've just highlighted that for future reference. So you can leverage that functionality as well. It does kind of pull it out in the blue. Now, I don't always do it for basically capturing what someone has said and missed, because it may not actually be a highlight, if you see what I mean. Highlight's better, using that functionality for when something really, really important has been said. So what I like to do, as I say, is just take note and then go back into the full transcript and basically identify it. But this is all AI generated, and it's really, really accurate as well. If you look at it, it's very clever at picking out, word for word everything that was said. So it's so useful, and that's essentially what I've been doing. So I just want to leave you with some other suggestions and tips if you did want to try this yourself. Firstly, make sure that you do record all of your meetings with Fathom.Video, even if those meetings are face-to-face in a in the office environment, whether it's in a meeting room. Now, if you just set up Teams, Zoom, Google Meet, chances are using one of those. Fathom.Video integrates with all of them, and as long as you've got that kind of running in the background, even if it's a face-to-face meeting, then it'll be recorded and you can kind of recap via this tool after the call. So that's the first thing that I'd recommend. And I just want to mention with Fathom.Video, the privacy is really, really good as well. So it does mention that every call is being recorded, and as I've said so far in this video, you don't have to record every meeting if you don't want to. You do have the option. Now, the second thing that I'd recommend that you do, and this is what I've been kind of reiterating throughout this video, is timestamp and make a note of when you roughly think something important was said or that you missed. So I've given you the example of the 35 minutes. Now, the last thing I want to leave you with is, say someone said something on the call that you missed at the time. Maybe your response, you was a little bit ruffled and you didn't maybe respond in the best light. What you can do is go through that process that I've mentioned, make a timestamp, go back into the call recording, and you can access that all in your Fathom.Video account. And then what you can do is you can send an email or have a face-to-face conversation, or even give them a call, maybe even send them a Teams message or whatever tool you're using, and just basically say, look, I don't think I handled that particular moment in the call particularly well. However, here is now what I am doing about that. So as an example, let's just say someone said, I want you to work on this. Maybe you missed it and you just said, yeah, I can do that. Maybe you can just follow up thereafter and just pretty much say, yep, I'm happy to do that. Can you just reiterate exactly what you want me to do, just to ensure that I provide my best work on this? So that's how I'm using Fathom.Video. As I say, I'm not missing anything in a meeting now, because I can go straight into the meeting recordings and just reread it or watch it. It's all fully recorded and it's all very, very useful. So I would strongly recommend that you head over to Fathom.Video, link in the description below, to check this out for yourself, see if it works for you. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, drop them down below and I'll get back to you. And with that said, best of luck, and I hope you have an excellent day.